When love finds its way into the spotlight, it shines brighter than any award, any trophy, or any career milestone. And that's exactly what the world witnessed when Jun-Ho and YoonA stood together before the cameras, hand in hand, making the announcement that sent the entire entertainment industry into an emotional frenzy. Hello, dear viewers and K-drama family. Welcome back to K-drama television, where we dive deep into the hearts of our favorite stars, unveiling the stories that stir the emotions of millions. Yesterday, we brought you the breaking news that Jun-Ho and YoonA will soon be tying the knot, though the official wedding date has yet to be revealed. Today, the story goes even deeper, because what came after that announcement wasn't just a celebration, it was a revelation. A revelation that came straight from Jun-Ho himself, when he finally, openly, and emotionally explained why he chose YoonA over his past love, a moment that has left fans speechless, emotional, and still in awe. The announcement ceremony was simple, graceful, yet filled with emotions so thick you could feel them even through the screens. YoonA, in her soft ivory dress, looked radiant, her smile trembling slightly as if holding back tears. Beside her stood Jun-Ho, calm, confident, but undeniably emotional. When he reached for her hand, there was a silence that seemed to pause time. It wasn't a grand performance or a scripted moment. It was genuine, raw, and full of meaning. That was when Jun-Ho looked at YoonA, then turned to the audience, and in a voice that trembled with sincerity, he spoke. Not as the idol or the actor fans have known for years, but as a man deeply in love. And his words, those simple, honest words, were the reason fans are still rewatching that clip, replaying every second, reading between the lines of every pause and breath. "I chose her," he began, "because with her, I found peace. With her, I stopped pretending." Those words, though brief, carried the weight of years. Fans who had followed Jun-Ho's career know he isn't one to speak loosely about his private life. For years, he's maintained a respectful silence about his relationships, even when rumors spread or when whispers connected him to people from his past. And yes, there was one particular name, his ex, that fans have not forgotten. She was someone who had once been close to him, a person who had shared his early struggles and watched him rise to fame. Their breakup, though never publicly discussed in full, was speculated to be the result of conflicting schedules and emotional exhaustion. Both stars had chosen to move on quietly, focusing on their careers and avoiding the chaos of public speculation. But that chapter of his life, it seems, played a major role in shaping the man who now stood beside YoonA, confidently declaring that he has finally found the love that feels right. As the ceremony continued, Jun-Ho didn't shy away from addressing the deeper emotions behind his words. "People always say love should be about passion," he said with a soft laugh, his fingers still gently interlaced with YoonA's. "But with her, it's about peace. It's about understanding. It's about being seen, really seen, even when I'm quiet." And in that moment, YoonA's eyes glistened, her expression melting into one of quiet affection. The audience, both in the hall and across social media platforms worldwide, felt it. It wasn't the kind of love that explodes with drama. It was the kind that felt grounded, honest, and earned. Fans immediately flooded online communities with messages like, "He's talking from his heart," and "Now I understand why he chose her." Others pointed out that the look in his eyes when he spoke to YoonA said everything words couldn't. But what truly stunned everyone was when Jun-Ho subtly reflected on the lessons he'd learned from his past relationship. Without naming anyone, he spoke of how love can change when fame and public expectations interfere. "I once thought love meant doing everything to please the other person," he said softly. "But sometimes, when you lose yourself trying to be someone else's dream, you forget to breathe." YoonA reminded me that real love doesn't demand that. It accepts you, even on the days you're not perfect. Those words hit home for countless fans who have followed Jun-Ho's long, disciplined journey, from his early idol days to his successful career as an actor and performer. Many could recall how guarded he had become after certain past experiences, often choosing to express emotions only through his music or acting. But to see him now, standing with YoonA, openly vulnerable, freely expressive, and unafraid to share his heart, was like witnessing a new chapter in his story. A chapter where he no longer hides behind fame, but embraces love fully. The couple's chemistry has long been the subject of speculation, ever since they starred together in King the Land. Their on-screen chemistry was undeniable. That easy banter, those lingering glances, and that comfort that made viewers question if the emotions were purely fictional. Fans called them the natural couple, noting that even in behind-the-scenes clips, they seemed genuinely close. Every laugh, every gentle exchange hinted at something deeper. But even then, no one could have predicted that the bond they formed on set would blossom into something so real, so enduring, and now, something leading to marriage. When asked during the post-announcement interview how he realized YoonA was the one, Jun-Ho gave a smile that could melt even the coldest heart. "It wasn't one moment," he said. "It was many small moments. The way she listens, the way she encourages without pushing, the way she brings light into a room. I realized that every time something good or bad happened, she was the first person I wanted to tell. That's when I knew." That simple confession became one of the most replayed clips online. Fans couldn't stop sharing it, calling it the purest confession in K-Ent history. Many said they had never seen Jun-Ho so open, so expressive, and so emotionally transparent. For those who had admired his professionalism and quiet charm, this was a side they had longed to see. The man behind the fame, the man who found peace in love. Meanwhile, YoonA, ever graceful, added her own heartfelt words. "He doesn't just love me," she said softly. "He respects me, and that makes all the difference." The way she looked at him, her eyes filled with tenderness, confirmed everything fans had suspected for months, that this wasn't just another celebrity romance. It was something deeper, something built on mutual admiration, quiet patience, and time. After the ceremony, social media exploded. Jun-A, the couple's nickname, trended in multiple countries. Fans from around the world sent messages of support, joy, and disbelief. Some even joked, "I can finally rest now, YoonA is real." While others wrote, "Lee Jun-Ho chose peace, and peace chose YoonA." The love and celebration from fans were overwhelming, creating one of the most heartwarming waves of online positivity in months. Even celebrities from the industry subtly showed their support by liking posts and leaving small congratulatory messages that hinted at how loved and respected both Jun-Ho and YoonA are in their circle. But perhaps the most talked about part of the entire revelation was when Jun-Ho reflected on what made his relationship with YoonA stand apart from the rest. "In my past," he said, "I thought love had to be proven. But with her, I learned love is simply felt. You don't need to chase it. It finds you when you're ready." Fans noticed how he spoke those words while glancing at YoonA, as though every line came straight from his soul. It was then that people began connecting the dots, realizing just how transformative this relationship has been for him. YoonA didn't just become his partner, she became his calm, his strength, and his mirror. Through her, he learned that vulnerability isn't weakness, that sharing emotions doesn't diminish a man, and that true love isn't measured by grand gestures, but by quiet consistency. Dear viewers, for those who have followed these two for years, this moment feels like watching the final scene of a drama that's been secretly writing itself all along. From co-stars to lovers, from private friends to now soon-to-be husband and wife, their journey is a story of trust, timing, and emotional growth. The kind of love that doesn't just happen overnight, but grows slowly, like dawn breaking through the clouds after a long, uncertain night. And yet, beyond the romantic thrill, fans are also deeply touched by the emotional honesty Lee Jun-Ho showed. In an industry where image often comes before emotion, where silence is safer than truth, he chose to speak from the heart. He chose to honor his present by acknowledging his past, and in doing so, gave fans one of the most sincere confessions in recent Korean entertainment history. After the announcement, an entertainment reporter asked him if he had any message for his fans who have supported him through the ups and downs of his journey. He smiled warmly and said, "I've always wanted to be honest with you, but I needed time to become someone worthy of this kind of happiness. Thank you for letting me grow, for waiting, and for celebrating with me now." Those words moved fans to tears. They weren't just words of gratitude, they were words of closure, healing, and rebirth. As for YoonA, her expression said it all. Standing beside the man who had once been her co-star and is now her fiancé, she radiated contentment. Their love story may have begun under the bright lights of a drama set, but it has grown far beyond the scripts and the screens. It's real, it's imperfect, and it's beautiful. Dear viewers, as we wrap up this emotional story, one can't help but admire how love, when it's genuine, has the power to transform. Lee Jun-Ho didn't just choose YoonA over his ex. He chose happiness over history, peace over pretense, and authenticity over image. And in doing so, he reminded all of us that the right person doesn't just make your heart race, they make your heart rest. So as fans continue to celebrate this union, one thing is clear. The story of Lee Jun-Ho and YoonA is not just about two stars in love. It's about finding the courage to embrace what feels right, even after the storms of the past. It's about learning that true love doesn't demand perfection, only truth. To everyone watching, thank you for joining us on this emotional journey. Keep your hearts open and your hopes high because, as we've just witnessed, sometimes even in the dazzling world of fame, the most beautiful stories are the ones that remind us. Love, when it's real, always finds its way home. And as always, this is K-Drama Television, bringing you closer to the stars, one heartfelt story at a time.